Hello and good morning. Welcome to day 7 of our morning devotional series titled Love Does. Today I am concluding this series called Love Does and talking about what it means to have Jesus plus nothing. So I wanted to start off with some scripture that's found in Ezekiel chapter 34. It says this: I, the sovereign Lord, tell you that I myself will look for my sheep and take care of them in the same way as shepherds take care of their sheep that were scattered and are brought together again. I will bring them back from all the places where they were scattered on that dark, disastrous day. Not disastrous. So I don't know why or even how I know this fact, but when ballerinas are learning how to dance and when they're learning how to twirl, they're taught to leave their heads at a certain position. So if you're twisting and turning, you know how like they do those twirls, every time they do a twist, they try to leave their head in a certain position at a certain time. And once they turn their heads around, they do it really quick, only to just come right back and look at one certain focal point. And that's their main point. That's the one thing that they constantly look at. I don't know about you, but I felt like many times in my life that I just felt disoriented. And I felt like things were just out of control. Things were not always there. And in this devotional, Bob actually talks about how he sometimes too has felt disoriented. And that in order for him to move forward in life, he's actually had to lay down some focal points in his life. And he mentions two main focal points that he always goes to. The first one is Jesus. And he even jokes a little bit how it's like a Sunday school stereotypical answer, but it's the truth. Jesus isn't affected by religion. He isn't affected by culture. He isn't affected by any other outside influence, but rather he's influenced by himself. He's not influenced because he is God and he is good, and that ultimately at the end of the day, if we are disoriented, we can always look to him for how to get past our obstacles, how to move forward, and how to progress in life. And then his second focal point that Bob talks about is God-given friends. And he talks about how it's such a blessing to have people in his life that are there not just for him, but to also there to help grow him. He talks about how it's like having a cabinet. And I don't know if you know this, but when George Washington, our first president, took office, he actually was the first one to establish a cabinet. And a cabinet was basically a room full of leaders and people who were experts in what they did. And George did this because he knew that he wasn't an expert at everything and that he needed people around him who could give him sound advice, sound encouragement, and sound knowledge on things that, one, he may not know about, or two, just to also bounce ideas off of. And so when Bob is talking about choosing a cabinet of friends, he's talking about finding a group of people in your life who you can trust in, who you can count on, and who can help grow you and challenge you. And ultimately, at the end of the day, help you realign yourself closer to Jesus. So at the end of this devotional, Bob says this really great quote that I want to share with you. He says, I used to think following God required complicated formulas. What I realized, though, is that all I really needed to know when it came down to it was the direction I was pointing and that I was somewhere inside the large circle of God's love and forgiveness. He basically sums it all up by saying, all you truly genuinely need is Jesus. It's not a complicated formula. It's not a complicated algorithm. It's not like how do I get to God? It must be this way. I have to figure out how to get this way. It's all Jesus. Jesus plus nothing. If you can just begin to paint your direction towards Jesus, if you can just begin to put your eyes and your attention on him, everything else will follow suit. If you can just follow Jesus, he's going to be there to guide you and to move you forward into your life. Hey guys, I want to thank you again so much for joining us for this series, Love Does. It's been incredible. It's been amazing. I'm so thankful again for the leaders who have taken their time to help teach and to help share their wisdom and experience. And guys, this Thursday, we're actually starting a new series titled Fear is a Lie. And guys, I am excited. I am pumped. I am ready to get into this, and I know you're going to love it too. So guys, have a fantastic day. I hope your day is filled with love and grace and truth, and that you are having a productive day and a day that is just full of joy. And so thank you again, guys, so much. I love you all. Can't wait to see you soon. Goodbye.